All right, welcome in, everybody. We're here live for our final game tonight from the 2024 DYB World Series. This time, we're bringing you AAA coverage between Texas and Louisiana. Louisiana got here after their opening win Saturday against Tennessee. They beat North Carolina yesterday afternoon and then got a bye into tonight, and so they'll be playing their first game today. Texas, however, they'll be playing their second game today after they started with a win against Florida on Saturday. Texas, on Sunday afternoon, they beat Alabama, and then this morning they played South Carolina and won. Now they're matching up here against Louisiana. It should be a fun one. This is on the winner side of things. The winner of this game will move on to face the winner of Mississippi and Tennessee. That happened earlier this afternoon. And the loser will head down and face the winner of South Carolina, Alabama. That happened this afternoon. So, before we start this game, let's give you some lineups. Texas will be the away team. They will be batting. Justice Dean will lead things off. Johnny Escamilla, the 2-hole. Malik McLean, Brady Holden, Tanner Tyson, Sutton Cates, Eladio Rijos, Chewy Aranda, Holman Payne, and Kyron Goff, and Jude Holder round out the lineup for this Texas squad. For Louisiana, it'll be Chris Burmaster on the mound, battery mate Finn O'Neill. Over at first, Luke Thomas, second base, Graham Strapolo. At third base, Abraham Duong. Number 6, Dominic Palermo. Number 7, Cameron Ruth. Number 8, Hunter Verrett in center field. And Ben Nunez out and right. First pitch from Burmaster will go down as a strike. I want to apologize real quick. You can't see the balls and the strikes and the bases just yet on your screen. We're working through some technical difficulties right now with that, and so once we get that fixed, we will have it on the screen for you. That results in an out for Burmaster as he's able to get a ground ball put in play and recorded. Now up for Texas will be Johnny Escamilla.
Now up for Texas, Johnny Escamilla.
All right, pitch outside for a ball. Dean grounded that ball over to second. And that pitch going to be a fly ball out to center field. Pretty good arm on the center fielder. Try to throw it over to first and get him out. And get that force out over there. Not going to be quite in time, though. And so Escamilla will be the first hit of the game with that single. So one down, runner over on first, and that'll bring up Malik McLean, the center fielder for Texas. That pitch in for a ball, so 1-0 now the count. After McLean, Brady Holden will be the on-deck man. Second pitch, put into play, over to the second baseman. Again, he will tag the runner over at second. Will not be able to get McLean, and so that'll be 2 down now for this Louisiana defense. And we'll bring up Brady Holden, the first baseman for Texas.
Now batting number 3, Brady
And now 2 outs, runner on first. And Chris Burmaster making quick work of this Texas lineup. That off-speed pitch gets a big swing and miss from Holden. Starts the count at 0-1. Again, we apologize for not being able to see the balls and strikes and bases passed just yet. Working to get that fixed. That pitch sails in high, 1-1. Now the count to Holden. Burns' pitch sails away for a ball, 2-1. Now the count. 2-1 pitch. Popped up. Shortstop getting under it. And he will record the third out. And so after only 1 hit allowed in the inning, Louisiana escapes the inning with no runs coming across. They'll head to the bottom of the first and look to put up some runs for themselves. We'll be back. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. All right, welcome back. It's the bottom of the first after quick inning by the Louisiana defense. Chris Burmaster only allowing one hit. And then getting a couple ground outs and a pop out to retire the side. And so that'll bring up the Louisiana team out of Girard up to the plate. How their lineup looks, it will be Dominic Palermo leading things off. Abram Duong in the 2-hole. Hunter Verrett, Cameron Roth, Ben Nunez, Finn O'Neill, Graham Strapolo, Graydon Bienvenu, Luke Toms, Chris Burmaster, Bo Smith, and Hudson Collins. The lineup for Louisiana. First pitch, a ball from Kyron Goff. Goff, the starting pitcher for Texas. Second pitch in for a strike. 1-1 the count. His battery mate Tanner Tyson over at first is Brady Holden. Second is Johnny Escamilla. Over at third is Chewy Aranda. That one lined back up the middle. Shortstop's going to make a play on it over at first, and that'll be one down for Texas as they start the bottom half of the first. Over there at short is Justice Dean. Left field, Sutton Cates. Center field, Malik McLean. And out and right is Jude Holder. Up to bat, Abraham Duong.
Now batting Abraham Duong.
And so first pitch is a strike. Now 0-1. That pitch sails in high. Makes it 1-1. Palermo, Duong, and Verrett. Men due up for Louisiana. That ball in low. Longview squad managed by Bobby Dean, Jesse Aranda, and Johnny Escamilla. That pitch in low, in high, excuse me. Now 3-1 the count. To Abram. 3-1 pitch. Up high. And so Duong will head over to first after that walk. And it allows the first base runner for Louisiana. That'll bring up Hunter Verrett. First pitch he sees, he fouls the opposite way. Makes it a 0-1 count. Again, apologize for not being able to see balls and strikes and base runners on your screen just yet. We're still working to get that fixed. That pitch is the inside edge for a strike. 0-2 now the count. 0-2 count, one out. Runner over on first. And Abram Duong. Pitch goes outside. Not able to get far enough to allow the runner to advance. But it's a 1-2 strike, or excuse me, a 1-2 count now. To Verrett. Cameron Roth, the on-deck man. That pitch fouled back. Keeps their count at 1-2. 1-2, one out. Runner on first. The Louisiana team out of Girard, managed by Brett Palermo, Carl Cabot, and Keith Nunez. This pitch, fly ball out to left field. He gets under it. Now to record the second out of the inning. And so, Verrett flies out to left field, keeps the runner over on first, and that'll bring up Cameron Roth with 2 outs. Here in the bottom half of the first.
Now batting Cameron Roth.
This one hit the opposite way down the right field line. Going to be trouble for the right fielder and will allow the runner to advance all the way home from first. Ball gets away from the catcher, and so Louisiana will strike first after Cameron Ross RBI single. So, score is now 1-0 in favor of Louisiana. Ben Nunez up to the plate now. Runner in scoring position over at second base. Fouls that one off as it goes off of Nunez. Nunez out in right field. Nunez at the plate. Roth over at second. That one put in play as well. Over to the third baseman. And he will make the final out to retire the side. Not before Louisiana puts up a run after a big RBI single from Cameron Roth. We're heading into the top of the second now. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. All right, we're back. Top half of the second now. Louisiana put up a run in that bottom half of the first. So Texas is going to try and answer with something of their own. Due up for this Texas squad will be Tanner Tyson, Sutton Cates, and Eladio Rios.
Now batting Tanner Tyson.
With Tanner Tyson, the catcher for Texas. First man up. Texas in these baby blues. Louisiana in the whites. So that first pitch comes in for a ball, and so it is a 1-0 count to Tanner Tyson. Second pitch, he fouls back. Makes it 1-1. So 1-1 count to Tyson. That pitch brings Burmaster to his knee. It comes in low, and so it's now a 2-1 count for Tanner Tyson. 2-1 pitch, hammered back up the middle, and be stopped by the pitcher. The shortstop will make a great play to run over and make that stop of the ball and hammer it over to first. Almost thought that that play was going to be dead after it kind of bounces off the pitcher. It ended up being kind of a slow ball. A great job to hammer it over and get that out. The shortstop Dominic Palermo. So we're going to see a pitching change, possibly, as coach is coming in. And it looks like he might be changing shoes, as you could tell that Burmaster wasn't having his entire grip on the mound. He every time he planted, seemed like he would go to his knees, and so looks like he might be changing footwear as he left his glove out there. And it appears as if he has new footwear on now, and so we'll return with one out now, and Sutton Cates up to bat for this Texas squad.
Now batting Sutton Cates.
First pitch to Cates, sails high for a ball. A 1-0 count. to Cates. Second pitch from Burmaster. Going to be a slow little dribbler over to first base. And he'll call everybody off and make the play himself for the second out of the top half of this second inning. And that'll bring up Eladio Rios.
Now batting Eladio Rios.
Eladio listed as an extra hitter. See him make his effects in the outfield here in a little bit. All right, so Burmaster looking into Rios. That first pitch sails outside and away for ball one. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Now for Eladio Rios. Same pitch, same place. 2-0 the count after it goes outside. Third pitch from Burmaster again. Basically the exact same place. Maybe this one even a little bit further outside. And so now it's 3-0 to Eladio Rios with 2 outs. Chewy Aranda, the on-deck man. And that pitch goes down low. And so that'll be Texas's first walk of the game. And we'll put Eladio Rios on first. Chewy Aranda now steps in. That pitch at the knees for a strike. So an 0-1 count. This one, fly ball, called off by the second baseman, and he'll record the third out of the inning. And so Louisiana, through 2 innings, still no runs allowed for this Texas squad. Are going to look to put up the same result in the bottom half of the second. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. We'll be back after this. All right, back for the bottom of the second. Kyron Goff back on the mound for Texas. Last inning he allowed a hit, allowed a run, and one of those came in for a run. And so it's the sole run. And will be fouled out of play. 0-1 now the count to Finn O'Neill. Finn O'Neill, the catcher for Louisiana. 0-2 now after that swing and miss from O'Neill. O'Neill, Graham, Strapolo, and Graydon Bienvenu all up for Louisiana this inning. Birdie breaking ball there from Kyron Goff strikes out the first batter. His first strikeout of the game. And so now he will step in, Graham Strapolo. First pitch high and outside for ball one. 1-0 the count now with 1 out. Second pitch. Great line out. Over to the third baseman. A great catch by Chewy Aranda to get the second out of the inning. So quick work here so far from this Texas defense. And now we'll see Graydon Bienvenu step in.
Now batting Bienvenu.
First pitch, a ball to Bienvenu. Now 1-0 the count. Second pitch comes in over his head. 2-0 now the count. 2-0 with 2 strikes to number 22, Graydon Bienvenu. If allowed the opportunity, number 13, Luke Thomas, the on-deck man. Bienvenu sees that pitch in for a strike. Now 2-1 to him. Fourth pitch of the at-bat. Just outside for a ball. Now 3-1 to Bienvenu. That pitch high and will be ball number 4. So Bienvenu is on with some walks. Second of the game for Kyron Goff. That'll bring up first baseman Luke Thomas, excuse me. That pitch outside for a ball. Count 1-0. 2 outs, runner over on first. Second pitch, excuse me. Hits that inside edge for a strike. 1-1 the count now to Luke Thomas. Pitch. This one popped out. Going to be in the gap in right center. That's going to allow runners to be moving. They're heading all the way home. Now a throw, and Bienvenu is in safely. And there's now a 2-0 ball game in favor of Louisiana after that huge RBI double from Luke Thomas. So 2 runs in favor of Louisiana now. Brings up starting pitcher Chris Burmaster, looking to help himself out. First pitch fouled away. So now it is 0-1 with 1 out for Burmaster. Got a runner in scoring position over there at second, and so he puts his ball in play, and he's got a chance to help himself out on the mound and extend this lead for this Louisiana team out of Girard. That pitch inside for a ball. Now 1-1 the count. That pitch gets away from the catcher and will allow Luke Thomas to advance on a wild pitch. So Thomas over at third. 2-1 the count now. And Burmaster with that runner even closer now, looking to drive him in. 2-1 count. Strike. And so now it is 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. It's Kyron Goff looking to get out of this jam. Keep the damage minimal here in this bottom half of the second. That pitch down the middle for a strike. And Goff does exactly that. He gets out of the inning, leaving the runner stranded.
5-minute hydration.
And so we will head to the top of the third. Before we return to play, we will take a 5-minute hydration break to ensure the safety of the kids and the umpires and all the coaches. And so when we return, we will catch the top half of the third with the Texas team back up to bat. We're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're back from our hydration break. We're here in the top of the third. Holman Payne, the man up now for Texas. After Holman, it'll be Kyron Goff and Jude Holder. Gentlemen due up. First pitch, strike. Got the balls and strikes and outs working and the base pass now. And so gladly see that on your screen now. 0-1 pitch. Now turns into 1-1 to Holman Payne. Burmaster so far 2 innings pitched. Only 1 hit allowed. 31 walk as well. That pitch down the middle for a strike, 1-2. After that pretty breaking ball from Burmaster. Fourth pitch of the at-bat. A drop down low for a even count at 2-2. Holman Payne at the plate right now. Kyron Goff, starting pitcher for Texas, on deck. Ring ball just doesn't break. Stays high in the zone. And it is now a full count for Burmaster. That pitch popped up. Going to be the shortstop who ends up making that play. Number 3, Dominic Palermo, for the first out of this top half of the third. That'll bring up Kyron Goff, the pitcher.
Now batting Kyron Goff.
That first pitch fouled back. 0-1 quickly for Goff. Goff struck out Burmaster. And then that last inning, Burmaster looking to return the favor here to Goff. Pretty breaking ball, hits the top of the zone. Quickly 0-2 for Goff. Pitch gets him to swing and miss. And he does return the favor. Now 2 down in the top half of the third, and that'll bring up Jude Holder.
Now batting for Texas, Jude Holder.
That was Burmaster's first strikeout of the game. Breaking ball tries to hit that top of the zone again, just a little high. So 1-0 start here to the last batter, Jude Holder, the 11-man. That pitch hits the bottom of the zone for a strike. It's now 1-1. That one foul tip for a strike. 1-2 quickly now to Jude Holder. If it gets to him, Justin Dean, the leadoff man's on deck. And another pretty breaking ball. Gets another swing and a miss for Burmaster. He strikes out the last 2 to finish the top of the third. We'll head to the bottom of the third where Louisiana's looking to put up some more runs. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series in Bossier City, Louisiana. We'll be back after this. All right, we're back, bottom of the third. Now up for the team out of Louisiana will be Bo Smith.
Now
The
batting
12
for
hole,
Louisiana, Bo Smith.
Hudson Collins, and we'll return to the top of the lineup with Dominic Palermo. In this inning, first pitch from Kyron Goff will be no pitch, actually, because we were still dealing with some fielding issues. The pitch outside for a ball.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Second pitch of the at-bat, sails in high for a ball. So now the count 2-0. Bo Smith in the box, 3-0 now the count for Kyron Goff.
Coach, could you repeat that, please?
That pitch hits the top of the zone, 3-1. So the 3-1 pitch now to Bo Smith. Fouled away, 3-2. Full count. Hudson Collins on deck. Dominic Palermo in the hole. And we're going to get a meeting on the pound as Kyron Goff has thrown his 40th pitch. We will see him hand off the ball to his manager, Bobby Dean. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back and figure out who's on the mound next for this Texas squad. You're watching DYB Baseball. We'll be back after this. All right, we're back. Chewy Aranda now on the mound for Texas, looking to close things out in this at-bat. And he does. The full count. He finishes off with a strikeout. So Chewy Aranda comes in and instantly makes his name known with a strikeout to Bo Smith. And so now we have Hudson Collins stepping in. That pitch sails high for a ball. 1-0 now the count. Kyron Goff, finishes his day with 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 2 runs allowed. Second pitch comes in high as well, so now it's 2-0.
Who's on the bench? All I care. We got 3 kids on it. I know he's like 15 and 10. Okay, 15 and 10. Okay, thank you, Coach.
That pitch comes in for a strike, 2-1 now the count. That pitch low for a ball, 3-1 now for Hudson Collins. Dominic Palermo, the on-deck guy. That one swing and a miss. Now with another full count for this Texas team. Chewy Aranda trying to get them out of 2 full counts in a row. This one fouled back behind him. Count will remain full. All right, so again, full count now for Hudson Collins. This one popped up. Shortstop getting underneath it, and he will record the second out for the bottom half of the third. So we return to the top of the lineup with Dominic Palermo. He grounded out from shortstop, or he grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. That one comes across for a strike after Palermo originally shows bunt. That one popped up. Going to be foul ball. So quickly 0-2 now to Palermo. Abram Duong on deck. That pitch hits the high part, and so now it is 1-2 to Palermo. Pitch comes in low, 2-2. Now the count. So 2-2, 2 outs for Palermo. And this pitch popped up as well. Center fielder getting underneath it, and he does. And so that'll record the third out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the fourth as Texas is going to try to rally after that 1-2-3 inning, put up some runs for themselves. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. All right, we return. Coming back to the top half of the fourth. It'll be 1-2-3. Batting for Texas now. It'll be Justice Dean, Johnny Escamilla, and Malik McLean due up for Texas. Justice Dean up first. Grounded out his first time up. Off-speed pitch. Doesn't hit the zone. Now 1-0 count. Burmaster nearing the 40 pitch limit. We'll see what coaching staff has planned for him. That ball gets away. So now it is 2-0. Third pitch. Another off speed. Just a little outside. So now 3-0. The count for Justice Dean. That ball bounces in, and it will be a leadoff base runner for Texas after that walk. And that'll bring up Johnny Escamilla next.
Now batting Johnny Escamilla.
That is Burmaster's second walk of the game. That off speed drops in the zone for a strike.
The pitcher now has 40 pitches.
So 0-1 the count now. And it looks like Louisiana will stick with Burmaster, as after that pitch, he exceeds the 40 pitch mark. That breaking ball just barely high, doesn't drop in. And so 1-1 count now. That pitch does drop in the zone. 1-2 now. One and two count now. To Escamilla, little grounder over to third. He's gonna have trouble with it. Not able to throw it over, and so error over on Duong allows runners on first and second, no outs. That one just kind of ate Duong up and allowed runner to take advantage of it. First pitch by McCain, sends it out to right field. Right fielder not able to get it. Runners are moving. McCain almost catching. Oh, and we got a problem on the base pass now. McCain's going to be tagged out, but the run does come in here for Texas, and so now it is tied 2-2 after kind of a wild series of events. It does result in McCain being out. So, just kind of recap. The ball was a hit out to right field that got past the right fielder, and so one run's going to come in, but then McCain got kind of caught in the base pass as he was almost about to lap Escamilla. And so there's a problem over there at third, and he had to run back. He ends up getting tagged out. And Escamilla does end up scoring, but McCain does get out. But not before he gets 2 RBIs in the meantime. And so now we've got a tie game. Good breaking ball there. Falls into Brady Holden. A pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now the count. That pitch gets away from Burmaster. 2-1. Now the count. Fourth pitch of the at-bat. Off speed. Hangs over the plate. Gonna be over the center fielder's head. Hits the base of the wall. Holden running all the way to third. And he'll be in safely after a huge triple there from Holden. He got every single inch of that ball as it hits the base of the deepest part of center field. And he was committed to third base the entire time. He wasn't holding up for anything. So now we will see a meeting on the mound for Louisiana, kind of discuss things and see where to go from here. 1 out now. And Tanner Tyson is going to be the man up for Texas. Tanner grounded out to short his last time up. And it seems like now through this third time seeing, or I guess second time seeing now for this top part of the lineup, they're kind of understanding this breaking ball more from Burmaster and taking advantage of it, seeing how it drops into the zone and just carrying it out to the outfield and putting it over the outfielders' heads. Tyson sees that first pitch in for a ball.
Not bad in Tanner Tyson.
So 1-0 count now to Tyson. Sutton Cates on deck. That pitch hits the outside edge for a strike. 1-1 for Burmaster. That pitch gets away from him. Now 2-2, or 2-1, excuse me. 2-1 pitch results in a swing and miss. So now it is 2-2 for Tanner Tyson. Burmaster's pitch. Grounder Over to second base. He's going to go home with it. And he drops the ball, so he's going to be safe. Texas now takes the lead. Tyson gets over to first, or goes over to second, excuse me. And Texas has their first lead of the ball game. Capitalizing on the catcher dropping the ball there, and O'Neal. And we'll see Malik McClain come in for the catcher Tyson. So that'll be a fielder's choice for Tanner Tyson. Another run does come across on Burmaster's total. Sutton Cates fouls that one off. First pitch. And so now 0-1 his count. Gonna have another run down in the base pass. Ball ends up hitting him as he's running across the base. And I'll be over there in a second. He got back safely, but he is down. So coach is going to go over there and check on him. So Cates is back up and standing, checking it off. Looks like the ball might have got his elbow as they were throwing it back, and obviously not a comfortable thing. So Klein's got to be careful on the base pass here. He got thrown out earlier this inning and almost got himself in trouble in this part of the inning as well. So 1-1 count. Breaking ball over to the shortstop. He's going to throw over to first. Got to go over the first baseman's head. McClain's rounding third. He's going home, and he's safe. But Cates trying to extend, going over to second, does get out, but not before it becomes a 4-2 ball game after McClain scored. So now 2 outs, nobody on base for Eladio Rios.
Now batting Eladio Rios.
First pitch in there for a ball. Second pitch, also a ball. 2-0 the count now for Eladio Rios. Breaking ball gets a big swing and miss. 2-1 now for Burmaster. Another big swing and miss from Rios. 2-2. Now his count. Breaking ball sails high. Full count for Burmaster. Breaking ball gets another swing and miss. And that'll end the inning. Texas mounting a comeback, though, as they score 4 that inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th, see if Louisiana can answer. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. All right, we're back. Bottom half of the 4. Chewy Aranda steps back up on the mound for his second inning of work. Up to plate this inning for Louisiana will be Abram Duong, Hunter Verrett, and Cameron Roth. Abram Duong being the leadoff man. So first pitch to Abram, and there for a strike from Chewy. Abrams' first at bat, he walked. This one fouled out of play on the right field side. Makes it 0-2 to Abram. This one grounded over to the second baseman. He fires it over to first base. Kind of record the first out on the bottom half of the 4th. And that'll bring up Hunter Verrett.
Now batting Hunter Verrett.
Big swing and miss on that breaking ball from Verrett, looking to take that one out. He flew out to left field his first at bat. Second pitch, flies it out to the outfield again. This time, center fielder under it. And he will record the second out. And so now Cameron Roth steps up to the plate. Got an RBI single his first time up. This one pop up out to the second baseman. Oh, not able to get it as it kind of drops in that dead zone in between the infield and the outfield. So Cameron Roth does get on base with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Ben Nunez. And grounded out his last time up over to third base. First pitch, just a little blibber to the back to the pitcher, and that'll be the third out of the inning. Louisiana does put up a hit in that inning, but no runs come across, and so Texas leads as we head into our 5-minute hydration break, and then the top of the 5th to follow. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series.
break is over, you can resume play.
I want the video. No? Yeah, do you want to choose who the addresses?
All right, we're back. After our 5-minute hydration break, it's the top of the 5th now. Chewy Aranda now up.
Batting Chewy Aranda.
Up for Texas. Holman Payne and Kyron Goff to follow. First pitch he sees inside for a ball. Burmaster now at 63 pitches. That pitch fouled back, 1-1. For Chewy. Chewy popped out his first time over to second base. That pitch high and away for a ball, 2-1. Now for Chewy. Holman Payne, the on-deck man. That pitch just outside, 3-1. Now for Aranda. Aranda, the current pitcher for Texas, has come in and done some good work. Big swing and miss there for a strike, full count. Chewy has thrown 2 innings so far, only allowed 1 hit and 1 strikeout since he's been out there. First ball put and played from him, and that ball will go over to first and be the first out of the 5th inning. So just a little grounder over there to the back to the pitcher, over to first base, brings up Holman Payne, who popped out to the shortstop his first time up.
Texas, Holman Payne.
Big swing and miss for Holman to start this at bat. Second one. Breaking ball drops in the zone. 0-2 quickly to Holman Payne. Kyron Goff, the on-deck man. Breaking ball doesn't quite break enough. Sails in high. 1-2 now the count. That one popped up. Gonna just get out of play. And the count will remain 1-2 after it bounces off the first base dugout. As you can see, the sun setting here in Bossier City. That pitch fouled back. Count remains the same. Been a nice day here in Bossier City. Kicked things off on this field at 9:30 this morning. And here we are for the what was supposed to be 6:15 start game. That ball hit past the shortstop. And Holman Payne, after being down 2 strikes early in the count, he is on first base. And he's an early base runner for Kyron Goff. So, Kyron, his first pitch fouled off. So 0-1 now for Kyron. Jude Holder going to be the on-deck man. Kyron struck out his first time. There's a big hack at that one. 0-2 now for Goff. Goff was the starting pitcher for Texas. Went 2 innings of work with 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 2 runs. That ball comes inside. 1-2 for Kyron. Kyron was pulled due to his pitch count. That one going to be fouled off after caught a piece of him. So 1-2. Burmaster's pitch. Another pretty breaking ball that drops in there and records the second strikeout of Kyron Goff and his 4th of the day. And we will now see manager Brett Palermo come out, and he will take the ball from Burmaster after a very good performance from him. So we will take a quick break as we wait to see what the pitching changes have in store for Louisiana. You're watching 2024 DYB World Series. All right, we're back. Graham Strapolo now on the mound for Louisiana. Stepping into the box will be Jude Holder. Holder struck out his first time at the plate. That one, a little pop-up, going to be over the shortstop's head. And will be another single, this time coming with 2 outs. And so we will return to the top of the lineup for Texas, and that'll be Justice Dean. Justice so far grounded out and walked, so officially 0 for 1 in today's game. Pretty wrecking ball, Master Polo. Burmaster finished with 4 2/3. That pitch out of play. Quickly 0-2. 4 2/3, 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 runs allowed. That pitch hammered back up the middle in the gap to center field. And the runner at first was kind of taking it easy on the base pass. And so the center fielder gets the put out over at second for the 3rd out of the inning. So kind of a weird out that you might not typically see, but nonetheless, Louisiana looks to build off that momentum and head to the bottom of the 5th and put up a couple runs. They're down 2 where you're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're back bottom half of the fifth. It's now Finn O'Neill, Graham Strapolo, and Graydon Bienvenu up for Louisiana. O'Neill sees the first pitch for a strike. Quickly 0-1. That ball hammered out to left field. And so that'll be leadoff single for Finn O'Neill in this Louisiana offense. They're looking to rally. They're down 2 here late in the bottom of the fifth. So leadoff single by Finn puts him on first, but we will have a runner. We'll see number 5, Ben Nunez, over there running for him. So that'll bring in Graham Strapolo, the current pitcher for Louisiana. That ball bunted down. Going to be play over at first. Not going to come in time as he comes off and loses the ball anyway. And so Louisiana's starting to rally. Runners on first and second, nobody out. And that'll bring in Graydon Bienvenu. Bienvenu walked his first time up. That first pitch in high for a ball, 1-0. Luke Thomas, the on-deck man, had an RBI double earlier in the game for Louisiana. That pitch also in there for a strike, so 1-1 the count. Bienvenu originally showing bunt there. One pitch, shows bunt again, this time fouls it back. So now it'll be the risk bunting with 2 strikes, or do you ask Bienvenu to keep the bat back and swing it whatever he likes? A 1-2 pitch comes in high over his head. And get a little bit of move over there at first, keep the runner honest. But now the count even at 2. 2-2 pitch from Chewy. Gets a swing and a miss. And he goes down on strikes. So Chewy adds to his strikeout total with that one, 2 now for Chewy Aranda. First pitch. Low in the strike zone. 0-1 nonetheless. That ball fouled back. 0-2 now for Thomas. So 0-2, runners on first and second. 1 out. Gonna get a time call as Texas is gonna come have a meeting on the mound. Talk about defensive situations. If the ball is hit to you, what are you doing? And so, right now with the runners on first and second, every base except home's a force. So, you're taking the easiest base near you, and if you can, let's try and turn 2 and get out of this inning without allowing it to run. So, Bobby Dean steps away from the mound, and we will look to return to action as Chewy finishes his discussions with his teammates. Looks over to his dugout one more time, and we're ready to go again. 0-2 count to Luke Thomas. Pitch sails in high and inside for a ball. 1-2 the count now. Chris Burmaster, the man on deck. That one at the bottom of the zone, able to foul it back. Keeps the count 1-2. All right. Chewy gets ready. Gonna get another time call as Thomas calls it that time. Again, Thomas in his first at bat hit an RBI double. Looking to have some similar success in this at bat. He is continuing to fight off these pitches from Chewy Aranda. His third foul ball in a row, I believe. All right. So, Chewy's pitch. In there and is fouled away again. Umpire's going to need some more balls here in a second, it might seem like. So again, 1-2 count, 1 out. Chewy now at 35 pitches. So that might be a big reason for it too. Luke Thomas, his 5th pitch. Now fouled away.
Texas pitcher now has 36 pitches.
So Chewy getting even closer to that 41 limit. This one, hammered past the third baseman, is going into left field. They're sending the runner. He's going into home, and he's safe. They're safe over at third, and Thomas advances over to second. Big RBI double again for Luke Thomas. And now Louisiana only down 1 run with 1 out. And we will see Bobby Dean head back out to the mound, and this time will result in Chewy Aranda being taken out of the game. So, while they figure out this pitching change, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for the 2024 DYB World Series. All right, we're back here in the bottom of the 5th. Both runners in scoring position. Now is number 99, Justice Dean, takes his place on the mound. That pitch comes inside for a ball, just barely missing Chris Burmaster. Burmaster, the main pitcher so far in this game for Louisiana. That pitch he sees for a strike. Now 1-1. Burmaster, pretty dominant game. He went 4 2/3 with 4 hits, 2 walks, had 4 strikeouts. He did give up these 4 runs in kind of a tough inning where they kind of were understanding his curveball and had some defensive troubles as well. But nonetheless, a good performance from him as he now tries to help his team rally back now at a 1-2 count. That one he fouls back, keeps the count 1-2. He has 2 runners in scoring position. Number 13, Luke Thomas over there at second. And Grayson Bienvenu. Or no, excuse me. Yes, Grayson Bienvenu over there. Or no, Graham Strapolo's over there at third. 2-2 count now. For Burmaster. That pitch just kind of fights off to foul it off, and now it is 2-2. That's been the key thing this inning for Louisiana, just fouling off pitches, making these Texas pitchers fight in these at-bats. And so, count still 2-2. The pitch, that one gonna be fouled off over on the right field side. And so again, another foul ball from Louisiana here in this inning. Bo Smith, the man on deck for Louisiana. The pitch, that one right on the bottom zone. For the second out of this inning, and Justice Dean records his first strikeout.
Now batting for Louisiana, Bo Smith.
So Bo originally shows bunt. The ball comes in low, however. So it's 1-0. Bo struck out his first time. Second pitch comes in low and inside. So 2-0 count. Runner second and the third. Pitch by Justice. Comes in for a strike. 2-1. Now for Bo. Trying to maintain this Texas lead. That pitch hits the zone as well. 2-2. Count even. Justice Dean trying to come in and rescue his team out of this dangerous situation. The 2-2 pitch. Sails high. Now it's a full count. Try to make the throw over at third to pick him off. One run's going to come in, and both runs are going to come in, and Louisiana has the lead back. It is now 5-3 in favor of the team in purple and gold. So now 5-4. The bases are cleared. And so Bo Smith trying to work out of this full count, and that pitch is low, and so Bo Smith takes his place on first base as well. And so Tanner Tyson thought he saw something over there at third that he just couldn't resist in throwing it over there. And Coach Bobby Dean's going to come out there and talk to his guys again. Just kind of settle everybody down and talk about what they need to do from here. Tyson just trying to make a simple back pick over to third, but in that situation, not necessarily the best call. You already have 2 outs. You got 2 strikes on your guy, and so nonetheless, Louisiana's going to look, or excuse me, Texas is going to look to regroup here. Finish out this inning. And it brings up the 9-hole, Hudson Collins. Hudson popped out to the shortstop his first time up. First pitch to him is a strike. 0-1 the count. That ball hammered over to shortstop. He's going to make the easy play over at second. Say easy play. It definitely wasn't. Great play there by shortstop to get it over to second base. And in the inning, we're going to head to the top of the 6th. And after a big change of events, it's now Texas on the ropes. And they're coming down to their last chance. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. We'll be back after this. All right, we're back. Texas looking to mount a rally of their own here in the top of the 6th, as they need a run at least to extend this game. Now at number 1, Johnny Escamilla up to bat for Texas. Malik McLean and Brady Holden, guys due up for Texas in this inning. That pitch drops in for a strike, 2-1. Now the count after that pitch from Graham Strapolo. Back on the mound for Louisiana after he closed out their last inning. That pitch just misses the bottom part of the zone, and so now it is a 3-1 count for Escamilla. Malik McLean, now the man on deck. And Escamilla, leadoff walk. Is that spark that Texas could need. And McLean will now get ready for his at-bat.
Next batter for Texas, Malik McLean.
And so Malik on the fielder's choice his first at-bat. And had a 2-run RBI double his second time up. He ended up getting caught in a rundown. All right, so McLean up to bat. Runner on first, no outs. That part pitch just outside. Not a bad pitch there from Strapolo. 1-0 pitch. Ball hit out to the right center field. He's going to get in the hole. Runner's going over to third. They're going to get him out. And so 1 out comes on the base pass, but it does allow McLean to advance over to second base. So 1 down. Runner on second. And Brady Holden is going to come up to bat next. And so McLean gets the hit on that one, but Escamilla getting a little too aggressive on the base pass results in that first out. Escamilla never held up. He was running the whole time. He was committed to third base. And so McLean over at second. Brady Holden would be the go-ahead run now at the plate. He's popped out and hit a triple so far in this game. First pitch to him. Outside for a ball. And that's kind of seeming in a way that the zone might be shrinking. That pitch down the middle and fouled away. 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch now. Brady Holden. That pitch outside. 2-1. Now for Holden, McLean, trying to kind of throw off the pitcher a little bit. See that a lot in our ozone games. That one poked out and foul. 2-2 now the count for Holden. Tanner Tyson, the man on deck. All right, 2-2 count now for Holden. Pitch from Strapolo. Gets him to poke it up the middle, over to the shortstop. And he kind of plants it into the ground and doesn't allow Thomas to secure it, right? And so that'll be allow the runners to advance. And so we got runners on the corners after the errant throw from the shortstop. So Holden will go over to get on an error. So, runners on the corner. Tanner Tyson, the man up. He's grounded out. His first time up, and then got caught in the fielder's choice the second time. And so, runner in scoring position over on third. Runner on first as well. And Tanner Tyson looking to drive in this run and keep Texas in the winner's side of the bracket. Pretty breaking ball that drops in the zone. And so now the runner advances over to second, trying to get him in a rundown. So now both runners in scoring position for Texas. That pitch up high for a ball, 1-1. One pitch. That's the outside edge for a strike. 1-2 now the count. So that falls into being a strike again, and so 1-2 the count for Tyson. Pitch. He hits one high, and it's going to go out to the center fielder as he comes all the way up. They're going to throw it over to home. And the tying run has come in for Texas off of a beautiful hit from Tanner Tyson. So we got a tie ball game, 5-5. Only one out, and still both runners in scoring position. Sutton Cates, now the man on deck. Going to have a conversation between the manager and the umpires to decide who will be the right runner for the catcher. So they're figuring out the runner rules. You're also going to have a pitching change for Louisiana. So we'll take a break. We'll figure out all the changes when we come back. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series. All right, we're back now. Still in the top of the fifth. Texas is rallying. They've got runners on second and third, one out. And it is Sutton Cates, the man up to bat now. 1-0 count. Quickly at Cates. Her pitch hit back to the shortstop. He's going to get the out. Over at, no, doesn't get the out over at third, and so that allows everybody to be safe on the fielder's choice, but doesn't get anybody out. So back-to-back fielder's choices for Sutton Cates, but puts everybody on, and so Eladio Rios is now up for Texas. One out, bases loaded. Looking to drive in the go-ahead run. This one popped out of play and foul. So 0-1. Eladio has walked and struck out so far this game. That pitch outside, 1-1. Number 2 is now your pitcher, Hunter Verrett for Louisiana. The 1-1 pitch. Down the middle, gets Eladio swinging and missing. And so, Eladio now with the 1-2 count. Chewy Aranda, the man on deck. Eladio asking for time. One, 2 pitch to Rios. Outside. Makes it 2-2. Eladio up on the line. That one fouls back and out of play. 2-2. He's looking to have some similar at-bats as those Louisiana pitchers in that previous inning. Fouling things off, staying alive in their at-bats. That one outside as well. Full count for Eladio Rios. Full count, 1 out. Bases loaded. And if you're Hunter Verrett, there's nowhere to put him. Next run that comes in is the go-ahead run for Texas. And that pitch high and inside. It'll walk him in. And Texas has regained the lead. It only took a half inning for them to get it back. And now they're going to look to add more before we head to the bottom of the 6th. So now Chewy Aranda is in for Texas. First one he fouls back. Makes it 0-1. Chewy has popped out to the second baseman and has grounded out back to the pitcher. Similar result could lead to a double play. That pitch sails in high for a ball. 1-1 now the count for Chewy. That pitch gonna hit Chewy. And so Texas now has a 2-run lead after that hit by pitch. So Chewy gets hit by that pitch. And Texas has expanded their lead. Another meeting on the mound for Texas, or for Louisiana, excuse me. And Holman Payne will be the man up for Texas. Holman has popped out to short and has a single so far in this game. So 7-5 in favor of Texas. The team out of Longview looking to add their runs. First pitch comes in for a strike. 0-1 now the count. Still only 1 out for Holman Payne in this Texas offense. They'll put up as many as they can before they head to the bottom of half of the 6th. Holman took us a big cut at that one. For a swing and a miss. Now 0-2. Conversation between Brett Palermo and this pitcher seems to be working so far. That one going to be fouled back. 0-2 for Hunter Verrett. Count still 0-2. The pitch to Payne. Got this bounce, but friendly bounce for the Louisiana team as it stays in front of the plate. Keeps everybody where they are. And so now a 1-2 count for Payne. Kyron Goff, the on-deck man. That pitch in the zone as well, and so that'll sit Payne down on strikes. And finally, this Texas team is at 2 strikes, or 2 outs, excuse me. So Kyron Goff back up, struck out both times in his previous at-bats. Takes a big hack at that one. Swing and miss, 0-1. Louisiana might be trying to take advantage of Goff's swinging tendency. Holds back on that one. Is now 1-1. Jude Holder, he gets to him, the man on deck. That one, a little dribbler back to the pitcher, and he's going to make the easy play over at home. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Not before Texas starts their rally. They put up 3 in that inning to take back the lead. We headed to the bottom of the 6th to see if Louisiana can answer. You're watching the 2024 DYB World Series live here from Bossier City, Louisiana. All right, it's the bottom half of the 6th. Texas rallied in the top half, and so now we're trying to see Louisiana answer on their own. Now 1 count to start the at-bat to the leadoff man, Dominic Palermo. That pitch comes in way high and inside of that fastball. Now 1-1 the count. Justice Dean still on the mound for Texas, looking to close things out for his squad. Palermo, Duong, and Verrett do up this inning for Louisiana, as they're at the top of their order, 1, 2, 3. 2-1 count now. This one hit right back to the second baseman. Ball gets just a little bit under his glove, but he's able to pick it up and make the out anyway. So now that's 1 down for Texas after that ground out. And now we'll see Abram Dong step in. He's walked and grounded out. First pitch he sees on the outside edge for a strike. 0-1 for Abram. Ball high. So typically when thinking about coming back and facing the top of the order, you'd be a little bit intimidated, but so far this game, Louisiana hasn't done much with their top of their order. They are a combined 0 for 6 in these 1, 2, 3 hitters. That pitch comes in high as well. So 3-1 now the count. The only person reaching base was Duong with that walk. Every other one has been a ground out, pop out, or fly out. There was the flash apparently on in somebody's phone in the stands, and so they were asking to turn that off. Didn't want that to be a distraction to any of the players on the field. That pitch hits the zone for a strike. Full count now for Duong. That one hit back over to the second baseman again. He's going to get it over to first. And quickly 2 down. Two balls hit over there to Chewy Aranda. And he's made quick work of them. And that'll bring up the 3-hole Hunter Verrett, as he is the last opportunity for this Louisiana team. That pitch comes in low for a ball. Hunter has flown out both times. First to left field and then to center field. That ball comes in low. 2-0. Now the count quickly for Justice Dean. Two-0 pitch. Sails in high for a ball. 3-0 the count now. The 3-0 pitch. The breaking ball drops into the zone. So it's now 3-1 for Justice Dean. Dean gets a swing and a miss there from Verrett. And now Louisiana down to their last strike. Payoff pitch from Dean. Sails outside and gets away from the catcher. And we'll put Verrett on base as he walks. Now this is the guy that you might need to be scared of. Cameron Roth, 2 for 2 today with an RBI. Singled in both of his at-bats. So 2 outs. Runner over at first. They get a strike call. So it's quickly 0-1 to Roth. That pitch hits the inside bottom part of the zone for a strike, and it is now 0-2 for Justice Dean. And once again, Louisiana down to their last strike. Roth does represent a tying run at the plate. That one hammered out to right field. Got to get down in front of the right fielder. They're going to make the play all the way over to left field. It's going to go over his head. 1 run's going to come in for Louisiana. And all of a sudden, Louisiana's going to come back, and that ball got out of play. And so Cameron Roth is now over at third base after that play. And so it is now a 7-6 game, still in favor of Texas. But that is a runner in scoring position, just that much closer for Ben Nunez and this Louisiana team looking to tie things up right here. Nunez has grounded out and popped out so far this game, and he sees that first pitch as a strike as he showed bunt to begin the at-bat. Both teams looking over to their respective sides for signals. That one put into play. Back over to first baseman. He's going to struggle with it. But incredible play by Chewy Aranda to recognize that he needed to go over to first base there, and he makes the out. Wow. First baseman Brady Holden was just struggling to pick up that ball. It was hit right to him, but he couldn't handle it. But Chewy Aranda knew that he needed to get over there to get that force out, and he does. An incredible game by two incredible teams. Ends in a 7-6 win in favor of Texas. Louisiana started off. Texas came and fought back. Louisiana came and fought back. And they tried to make it a fun one here in the bottom half of the sixth, but ultimately ends up in a Texas win. And so our final score here from this winner's side of the bracket is 7-6 in favor of the Texas team. And let's take a quick look at what is in store for these two teams now after this game. So Texas will move on tomorrow, and they will play at 9 a.m. against the winner of the Mississippi and Tennessee game, whereas Louisiana moves down into the losers bracket, and they will face the winner of the South Carolina-Alabama game earlier today. So both of these teams still alive and have the possibility of meeting each other again down the line. We sure hope so, because that was a fun one. Great game by both of these squads. Thank you for tuning in. Happy to bring you some extra coverage this time of the AAA bracket. And so you've been watching the DYB World Series 2024 here from Bossier City, Louisiana. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next stream.